stoked, Colin. I'm excited, man, that we're finally getting a start here.
It seemed forever like we weren't sure when we were going to start. We walked into the building, about 2 hours prior to game time, and we looked, and we're looking at who was on the court. We looked at the schedule, and I said, well, this is the 6 o'clock game, and they're not even through half yet. And it was already about 8 o'clock. So, such a late start, but nonetheless ready to go as the Bulldogs win the tip. Pettigo gets a steal right away. Boyle to Lee on the fast break, and Lee will get things started just where she left off. She picks up the first basket for the Lady Tigers. A bit of pressure being applied here to the corner, looking for up-off. Back out to the top of the key, off of the rim and out of bounds. Shot no good from Blakely.
Yeah, did a good job really breaking that press right there, passing through it, relying on each other that way, just, really doing what you're supposed to do.
Lee with it out top. Pritchett over to Pettigo on the left wing. Inside now to Wilkes. Pritchett finds Wilkes, and she gets an early bucket, and that's got to feel good for her. Long outlet pass. The Bulldogs have control. A 3-point from the wing. No good from Madison Cox. Caitlin Wilkes comes down with the board, gets it to Lee. Now the Lady Tigers pushing forward. Pettigo with it will bring it back out top. Wilkes shoots the 3 from the wing and off the front iron.
Hey, you like to see it, though. She's coming out being aggressive. They get her the ball earlier on, and she gets an open 3 right there. Takes it. You can't be mad at that one right there.
Wilkes can hit threes. She's 33.3% on the year. But Bulldogs basketball. Up off over at the free throw line, able to find Himes, but Himes can't convert. The Lady Tigers now pushing up the floor has Boyle, and Boyle gets on the board as well, and the Lady Tigers out to a 6-0 lead here in the first 2 minutes of action. That one swiped away. Boyle hits the deck, passes it out. Wilkes, Lee, Pettigo, back to Lee.
It's just one of those things, like they run so well in transition. They can do both. They're balanced in the half court. They can run their sets. They have players who can create their own, and then also in fast break, they're not afraid to run there and make some plays happen that way.
Another quick bucket for Lauren Lee in transition. More over to the key, working on Pritchett all the way to the hoop. Gets the foul on Pritchett. And Morgan Blakely, the senior, will head to the line for 2.
And we see a switch right here. We actually see Tigers open up in a little bit, not open up in man, but they switched to man here earlier on, applying a little bit more ball pressure right there. Courtney gets a foul.
Misses the first at the line. Knocks down the second. Lee bringing it all the way up the floor off to Boyle. Boyle trying to roll around to the left side. Kicks over to the corner. Lee pumps, drives, finds inside a major mismatch as Caitlin Wilkes was on the guard of Janiah Moore. And a bit of a mouse in the house there on that one.
Yeah, great play from Lauren Lee just to see that mismatch right there and get the ball inside quickly for Wilkes to get it up for an easy 2.
Wilkes gets called on a reach.
And that's something I feel like we saw a lot of, Lauren Lee, not just of course with the whole career, but last night especially, really setting the tone for her team, being aggressive on both ends, and really, creating a lot of havoc for Ryle last night. And we're seeing a little bit of that tonight as well.
Kenzie Himes was able to draw the foul. Now working on Wilkes' Himes. That one off, and Pettigo able to grab the board, and she's fouled. But she comes away with it.
right now we're seeing a pretty aggressive Union team. They're applying a lot of ball pressure on defense. They're really hustling around. They have some open, holes in their defense here and there, but, so far really coming out here and trying to establish a defensive presence.
Also having Madison Cox usher Lauren Lee all the way up the floor. Pedigo gives off to Pritchett. Has Boyle in the corner looking inside for Wilkes. Can't find her. Finds a cutting Lee over to Pedigo from the wing. That shot no good. Wilkes collects back up with it. Nothing there. And out of bounds would be Lady Tiger basketball. It's Wilkes and Haley Brock fighting for it down low. Gets it inside, a quick pop from Boyle. No good. Caitlin Wilkes got the offensive board, went back up with it, fouled. She'll go to the charity stripe for 2.
Yeah, she's doing a really good job of, trying to just find the ball. If she can't get it in the post or, if she can't get it from her teammates, she's going to get that rebound and put it right back up.
Wilkes knocks down the first. Nothing but nylon. Knocks down the second. 2 for 2. 12-1 lead with 6.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Over to the corner for Cox. Cox passes, swiped away by Boyle. Boyle, 3-on-1 for the Lady Tigers. Drops to Pedigo on the left side. And Pedigo gets a bucket herself.
Great job from Boyle right there, keeping it to the very last minute, really putting pressure on that one defender there and getting it to Bailey Pedigo for an easy 2.
Pritchett fighting with it, and that ball thrown out of play by Morgan Blakely. Got a little sped up there by the Tiger defense that oftentimes plays pretty frantically.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine having to go against a defense like this.
It's a very frantically might have the wrong connotation as we go to Boyle here. A skip pass off the wing, and Maddie Boyle knocks down a big-time 3. Frantic might be the wrong connotation. It's not like it's a very controlled franticness. It's very wild, but you can tell that the Lady Tigers are in full control of what they're doing. This is the game plan.
Yeah, they thrive in chaos. They love creating that chaos for their opposing team that they're going against. Anytime they're out on the floor, we saw it against Arroyo last night. We're seeing it tonight against Union, and they do a great job of just setting the tone.
Hey, Nally, Luby, and Flowers all check in for the Lady Tigers, leaving Lauren Lee in there. It's the last one of the starting 5 in. Whitney Hay over to Lee. Lee driving, kicks over to Flowers. Hay driving, and that one was halfway in but bounced right back out. Trying to drive up the floor quick, and that one no good from Morin. Now Flowers bringing up the floor. Over to Lee, thought about the 3, drives, and she's fouled on the drive.
And I love Coach Ginger's decision to keep Lauren out there along with Whitney. I just, 2 ball handlers for you, 2 people who can create their own offense and create things for other people as well.
Lee inbounding for the Lady Tigers. Wearing the white uniforms with the maroon numerals and trim. Shot by Kayla Luby, no good. Whitney Hay and other Bulldogs on the floor with it. And a jump ball as Lee able to force it. And Lady Tigers will maintain possession. They have a 17-1 lead here with just under 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's 17-1, but you couldn't tell Union that right now. They are out there hustling and doing their best to make some plays here.
They've had some good looks at the basket, just having a hard time getting them to drop. Lee curling around, finds Nally at the charity stripe. She gives a quick pass down to Luby. Luby knocks in a bucket.
Yeah, they're doing a good job making the Tigers work for it, here. But, right now we just have a well-oiled machine. They're really clicking on offense and creating some really efficient looks.
Hay tried to gamble for that takeaway, but Cox able to pull it back and drain the key 3. 19-4. The rhyme is what got me messed up there.
It sounded good. Yeah, I like it.
Thank you. Hey, over to Flowers. Drives baseline fouled as she goes up with it.
And right there, we get a driving Tyra Flowers. I just love seeing her be aggressive as well. I think she was able to kind of find a little bit of that last night, especially being in with the later group of, the Tiger team. But, when she's aggressive and she's going to continue to find her way, that's just going to open up more things for this team and really create that depth that we've already seen so far this season.
Pedigo checks in for Lee, and Flowers knocks down the first at the line. And we didn't really see her do, she wasn't super aggressive offensively. She was very aggressive defensively, getting a lot done. 12 boards, 3 of those, I believe, either 2 or 3 were offensive boards as well. But kicking out, finding teammates. She had several assists as well. And now I like to see her go get a bucket as she knocked down the second. 2 for 2 at the line. 3-point try off the side iron. Flowers collects the board. Pedigo out and skips ahead to Nally. Nally back to Pedigo. Nally driving now. Leaves off for Luby and a good find. Or was that Hay? I'm sorry.
That was Hay. Great. Yeah,
Okay.
the coaches and
I can't see through the coach.
They're all here in front of us right now. But that's a great dish from Whitney Hay right there, getting the drive, getting the defender to step up to her, and finding a Kayla Luby down there by herself.
Whitney Hay picks up her first personal.
Yeah, we were in the same spot last night, but I don't remember it being this.
It wasn't this hard.
It was not as hard to see.
Having some troubles early on for our court vision. Driving on Pedigo, and Maddie Nally with a huge rejection on Janiyah Morin.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to Coach Ginger about, maybe just seeing some man defense earlier on, but I think it's something they're going to have to use later down the road, especially when you get the tournament time, sometimes just switching things up. So it's interesting to see them do it here early on in this game.
And a 5-second violation on the inbound, so the Lady Tigers gain back possession. Doing a great job covering up all the spots there. And man defense, even switching off very well on those screens. Flowers here on the right wing. Luby over to Hay, left wing 3, nothing but nylon for Whitney Hay.
Yeah, we saw her shoot 2 threes last night, but both with hesitation right there. No hesitation, and just drains an open 3.
That one blocked by Flowers. Now back out ahead. Hay running the floor. And that one swiped away. A good job from the undersized guard of Morin to stop it, but she gets too sped up. Gives it away. Flowers in transition, gets another bucket. She's got 4. I believe her career high so far with the Lady Tigers is 5 points. She's already got 4 here. 2:25 and counting down. 28-4 lead for the Lady Tigers. Pedigo guarding out top. Morin driving on Pedigo, throws it up. Good shot from Morin.
Very tough bucket right there. Great defense from Bailey Pedigo, just a better shot from Morin.
Hay running the floor. Finds Pedigo inside to Hay. Flowers takes a mid-range, Jay, no good. Now back down the floor is Morin. Pedigo chasing now into the corner. Nally closes out. That 3 no good. Hey, eyes looking forward. Has Luby. Luby spinning, and one opportunity for Kayla Luby.
A great outlet pass right there from Whitney Hay. Finds a Kayla Luby for an and 1. Just a good read, patient with the ball. Had Flowers also striding down the court. So we're just able to really choose and read the defense and make the right decision there.
Whitney Hay at 6 foot has a major size advantage over most of the guards here for Union. So look for that down low. She's a little bit of a guard forward mix.
Yeah.
So could be a certain advantage point for the Lady Tigers moving forward, not only offensively but defensively.
Yeah, just another primary ball handler for us, another person who can create for others. Again, plays with a lot of pace, can find her shot in the mid-range, but we're seeing her shoot a little bit more threes as well, which is going to help her out.
Nally gets a block on the three. Hay driving, kicks down as she tumbles to the floor, finds Luby for another transition basket.
Yeah, Coach Ginger said that she thinks she played her best game last night. We're talking about Whitney Hay, and I think she's going to try to challenge that thought today.
I'm also not sure when it happened, but Bree Gowdy checked into the ball game. She's in there. Over to the wing, takes a three over Flowers, no good. Hay with the rebound. Hay leaves off for Nally. Back to Hay, finds Gowdy down low in the paint. Good defense from Upoff.
Yeah, I'd like to see Gowdy just take a little dribble there, use her body, use her leverage, and go up with the shot a little later.
Brock working inside on Luby, no good. Now Gowdy out. Hey, back over to Gowdy. Nally was trying to find a cutter, but the pass just a little wide. Flowers now working against Upoff. We'll see who they get on that reach on the drive.
Lady Tigers here struggling a little bit to stop the ball on defense. You know, unfortunately, it hasn't resulted in very many points for Union, but maybe need to shirt up a few more things on the defensive end right here. Stop the ball and really try to guard up and get those reps on defense here.
You get Bree Gowdy on the foul. She knocks down the first. Blakely 2 for 2 at the line. 32-8 is the lead with 7 seconds and counting down. A foul stops the clock at 5.5 here in the first quarter. Gowdy into Hay. Hay driving as the clock running down. Nally gets the offensive board, puts it up. Flowers tried herself, but just ran out of time. And the Lady Tigers have a 32-8 lead over the Bulldogs of Union College here at the end of the first quarter. We'll step away. You're following Lady Tiger basketball on the CU Sports Network.
We are Kentucky Broadcasters, your hometown radio and television stations. We bring you breaking news. We keep you safe. We serve your community in good times and in bad. Your local broadcasters are always there. We are deeply rooted in your small towns and your big cities. We champion a strong sense of civic pride, no matter how we connect. Over the air, online, and on your device. We are Kentucky Broadcasters. There when it matters.
(32-8), the Lady Tigers have the lead over the Bulldogs here at the end of the first quarter. We're getting ready to start the second quarter, and the Lady Tigers have been absolutely almost flawless on offense. They are moving the ball extremely well. They are 13 for 23. They're 2 of 3 from 3. 56% shooting, 5 offensive boards, and 80% from the free throw stripe. Morin working on Lee. Pritchett comes out, pokes it. Lee grabs it down the court, stops, and gets the layup as Morin goes flying past.
Yeah, again, we see them come out and man and put a lot of ball pressure going, and Lauren Lee is great at that. You see that on that last possession there, coming up with the turnover.
Himes really working on Wilkes down low. Spinning, gets the bucket off the glass. Over to Boyle. Starting 5 out there to start the second quarter. Pedigo at the stripe finds Boyle for 3. And Maddie Boyle with another 3-point basket. She has 8 points so far, and Bailey Pedigo already with 6 assists. Another turnover from the Bulldogs. This time Lee dropping it off to Boyle, and Boyle getting it done from inside and outside the arc. 39-10. Pritchett spinning back. Looking inside to Himes, and I think they'll get Wilkes on a foul.
Yeah, they're trying to get it into the post right there. I think it's the second straight possession at that point. Challenging Wilkes a little bit.
Himes working hard, a very physical forward, and right there she puts the elbow into the side of Courtney Pritchett's head. Gets called for the foul, and that's some of the stuff you've seen against Wilkes as well, but this time a little bit more obvious on Pritchett.
Hey, shout out to Mackenzie Himes establishing her presence in the post and being physical there.
Lee kicks Pedigo. That's not a 3, that's a long 2, but it bounces out. Now Lee gets it as Pritchett, I believe, grabbed the offensive board. And Lee with another bucket.
And that was a beautiful skip pass from Lauren Lee right there. Fortunately, came up in a miss, but able to get the rebound from Courtney Pritchett. Found Lauren Lee for an easy mid-range right there, where she loves to thrive at.
Himes trying to drive, and that's a tough foul call. If they're going to get Wilkes on that one, I think they're going to get Pedigo. And Pedigo kind of laughing it off with the referee there. Yeah, maybe I did get a little bit of arm there.
Yeah, and they're going to do that. Lady Tigers love to get in there and try to poke the ball loose. They're not always going to get the ball sometimes, I guess,
Like I mentioned last night, sometimes that's just the trade-off you're willing to take when you know that you're going to play an aggressive style of defense. You're almost willing to give up those fouls at times, as long as it's within check, of course. First free throw missed. Second free throw good. Lead at 30 points for the Lady Tigers with 7:49 left here in the first half.
Yeah, man, you were mentioning earlier, you shout out the Tiger fans just, having everyone here so late at this time.
Paige Serafini actually is checked into the game, and she knocks down a big 3.
And we see her fan base right there jumping up and screaming, of course. Again, just the Lady Tiger fan base are some real ones. Love to see them out here, especially this late start time.
Love what they saw from the 3-point basket from Paige Serafini. The sophomore guard out of Anderson County High School, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. Now Moran driving. She backs back out looking for 3, but Luby had an arm in her face. Shot clock was running down. They threw it away. Now up ahead, Maddie Boyle. Serafini in the corner. She'll pick it back out. Luby at the charity stripe. Back to Serafini. She pulls the trigger from the corner. 2 for 2. Paige Serafini. And her family and fan base are loving it over there.
Yeah, no hesitation from her with those 2 threes.
The 3 rims out for Cox, but she gets her own miss and puts it back up. Back to Serafini in the corner. And that one just off the rim, but Lee able to get the offensive board. Now Boyle for 3 from the top of the key. That one good, and the Lady Tigers pouring it in from 3-point land.
And that was just pure. That was a pure shot from Maddie Boyle right there.
Emily Whitson working on Pritchett out top. Turn around from the free throw line. Rolls in. Shooter's roll. For the Bulldogs, drops back. Boyle unleashes another 3 off the rim. Uphoff will bring it back up the floor. Quickly over to Cox. And Pritchett with the kick ball. Morgan Blakely checking into the ball game. Whitney Hay and Tyra Flowers checking in for the Lady Tigers. Morin driving past Hay, but too hard off the glass. Boyle gets it past half court. Serafini pumps, drives, tosses it in. Luby with the beautiful turnaround hook.
It's awesome to have players like Kayla Luby in there, especially coming off the bench. When you have Caitlin Wilkes go out, you still have another big to really be in there and put a lot of pressure on the defense, especially inside the paint. And she's been money inside so far.
Cox misses the three from the right wing. Boyle running the floor quickly to Serafini. Serafini goes up with it off glass, and she's got 8 points so far.
Yeah, we'd love to see it.
Drives right past Hay once more, and even though she has the size advantage on the offensive side of the ball, Hay gives up a little bit of speed here to Morin off the dribble.
Yes, Morins is one of those, quicker guards, of course, and I like, putting the Lady Tigers in this situation to get more reps, especially with playing man defense and having to guard some other people and not maybe rely on that zone as much.
I could be wrong, but I do believe that this is Sarah Sutton's first game so far this season. Serafini from the left wing for three, pouring it in from outside. Paige Serafini. And, of course, we know she can hit it from the outside. She has a school record 10 threes in a game at Anderson County High School. Hay gets the board off of Uphoff's missed three. Up ahead, beautiful pass to Kayla Luby. She's fouled by Morin. She'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, beautiful outlet pass right there. A lot of touch on that and just able to find a Kayla Luby for an easy pass, and right there they're able to get the foul.
Knocks in the first.
Such an interesting shooting form she has, but
there's like a hitch in the middle and then it goes up with it. But I tell you what, you can watch her in the Powell Gymnasium always getting up shots.
Oh, she's not afraid to shoot it for sure.
It goes out of play. Bulldogs ball. On the wing with it. Step back long to Sarah Sutton with the board. Hay gets doubled. Morin on the ground for it. Gets it to Uphoff. She shoots a three. No good. Serafini collects the board. Now getting doubled. Flowers up ahead. Finds Hay. Hay over to Sutton. Sutton can shoot the three. That one just off. And Luby gets the offensive board, goes right back up with it fouled, and she'll head back to the free throw line as Maddie Nally will look to check into this ball game.
Yeah, talking a little bit about this Tiger, team. I love their lineup versatility. They can put in so many different rotations, so many different lineups. They have size. They have a lot of guard play, a lot of different ball handlers. They have shooters in there too. They can play two bigs at a time if they wanted to, and Wilkes and Luby, and put a lot of trouble and pressure on a defense if they wanted to that way as well. Coach Ginger has a lot of different lineups you can really play with and see what works best for her. Especially we're expecting this team to get down into some tourney time, especially going deeper.
2 for 2 at the line for Luby. 60-17 lead over the Bulldogs. Serafini comes away with a steal. She's moving up the floor. Beautiful pass to Hay. Hay behind the back to Luby and one. What an offensive play.
Yeah, that all started with Serafini. A great driving the floor in transition right there. A beautiful pass to Whitney Hay for a behind the back. It was just perfect. Perfect basketball right there.
That one good, and Hay walks away like that's a pass I make every day.
Every day.
What's the big deal there? But a gorgeous play from the Lady Tigers in transition.
Serafini's showing out, man. She is showing out right now.
I also mentioned she has a career high in points so far. She has, I believe, 11. She has 11. She's 3 for 4 from 3. Also has that transition bucket. They get a foul out top on Hay. She has 2. Hay and Wilkes both with 2 personal fouls, but Wilkes looking to check back into the ball game. 3-point shot off rim. Hay finds Sutton in the corner. Off the rim. Nally can't chase down the offensive board. Morin pushing up. Serafini does a good job of cutting her off. Uphoff for 3, and that misses out of bounds. Wilkes and Gowdy checking into the ball game. Luby and Hay will step off. And Hay, just as a redshirt sophomore, such a leader so far. This Lady Tiger team, a great addition this year. Back out to Serafini from Wilkes on the inside. Knocks down another triple.
I know you want to double Caitlin Wilkes as soon as she gets in the game. You want to help out there, but right now you cannot leave Paige Serafini wide open.
Just under 2 minutes, 66-17. The Lady Tigers pouring it in on offense. Gowdy just a little shocked that there was no foul call there. Ran into her with a lot of body, but Luck's out of it. The Lady Tigers get the ball back. Cox threw it away. Inside Wilkes. Wilkes doubled. A little shocking, too. They had Uphoff matching up with her rather than Haley Brock. Blakely over to Uphoff for 3 from the wing. That one's a hard rebound back out. The Bulldogs with a second chance here, and they make it count. Blakely knocks one in. Gowdy quickly across half court. Nally over to Gowdy. Gowdy hits Serafini at the key. Back to Sutton. Nally finds Wilkes with a quick pass. And just a quick passing makes a defense move so much. And if you're not communicating, this Lady Tiger defense takes full advantage, or Lady Tiger offense, excuse me.
And they're getting in a lot of unfavorable matchups. Talking about Union right now, because we're seeing a lot of mismatches on Caitlin Wilkes inside. And we're doing a good job of looking for that right now and getting the ball inside.
Cox shoots a 3 hard off the glass. Offensive board over the arms of Maddie Nally, and an and one opportunity for Morin. Shania Morin was the second leading scorer in that game against Georgetown last night. She had 11. She also had 10 turnovers. But that Georgetown defense is pretty tough.
Yeah, we watched them play a little bit here past 2 nights. They play a lot of man defense, but the pressure they put on the team on ball and then even off ball, a lot of deny ball, especially from them, and they guard very well over there at Georgetown.
Gowdy, 20 seconds on the game clock, no shot clock. Wilkes out top. Serafini has it, bringing it back towards the top of the key. Over Sutton with the trigger, no good. Serafini gets the hard rebound. Gowdy goes up with it. She misses. Wilkes offensive board. She makes it count. Caitlin Wilkes gets the bucket right before the end of the half. And 70-22, the Lady Tigers are rolling here in Kingsport. We'll step away for a 2-minute break, and we'll come back with halftime coverage here on the CU Sports Network.
At Campbellsville University, we're more than a school.
We're more than our 80 major and postgraduate programs.
We're more than our 32 sponsored collegiate sports teams.
We're more than a student body with over 20,000 members.
We're more than our 9 locations spanning from Kentucky to California.
We're even more than our 117 years of academic excellence.
At Campbellsville University, we're more than a school. We are the generation that will build the future.
All right, folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation, that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
Champions of Character connects communities and the NAIA championships across the United States. All 26-plus NAIA championship student athletes participate in a Teaming Up for Character activity. These activities are geared toward local communities' youth in schools and community centers. They are an integral part of every NAIA championship annually, impacting more than 25,000 individuals. For more information on character-driven collegiate athletics, head to naia.org/character.
Welcome back to halftime coverage as the Lady Tigers up big over the Bulldogs, the number 1 team in the nation, pouring it in points-wise, 70-22, almost a 50-point lead for the Lady Tigers. They are up 48 here at half. They are 1 point away from a program record for points and a half. That was 71 versus the Wilberforce team in November of 2010. And this Lady Tiger team has done it in a bunch of different ways. Now, I was going to mention before the game, and maybe shame on me, maybe not for mentioning it, but I was going to say that most of their points, while they did pepper in some threes last night, a lot of those 94 points were points in the paint. I believe about 70 of them were in the paint. And tonight here, really being led almost by the 3 ball as well. Paige Serafini is 4 of 5 from 3. Maddie Boyle is 3 of 4. 1 of 1 for Whitney Hay. Sutton has taken a couple, but she missed, and Wilkes missed 1 as well. But 16 points for Kayla Luby, leading the way for the Lady Tigers. She's getting that done in the paint and at the free throw line as well. But Paige Serafini coming up big, 14 points. She has a career high early here in the first half. 13 points for Maddie Boyle, 10 for Caitlin Wilkes, 8 for Lauren Lee, 2 for Bailey Pedigo, 4 for Tyra Flowers. She's 1 away from a career high for her. And Whitney Hay with just 3, but she also has 4 assists, and a lot have come on assists. I mean, the assist numbers, as you look it up and down, Bailey Pedigo with 6. But other than that, I mean, it's just a whole host of 4 and 3 and 2. And they are getting it done offensively.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of them work in different ways, and a lot of Tigers coming up big. You talked about Paige Serafini with 14 points, which is huge. Really fun to see, especially getting to see her family get so much into it as well. You heard her making some big shots. And, of course, you know, you look at the stat sheet a little bit more. The assists really stick out. You're seeing a lot of Tigers just share the ball, swing the ball around, get the ball inside, get the ball out to the 3, and just some huge points there. Bailey Pedigo leading with 6 assists, and then also having Whitney Hay with 4 assists as well. You know, she has 3 points, 4 assists, 5 boards, so doing a little bit of everything, and really leading that bench unit as the primary ball handler and getting everyone involved.
terms of the team stats, the Lady Tigers shooting 61% from the field. They're 27 of 44 compared to Union's 26%. From the three-point land, that's really where this game starts to really pull apart, shooting 61%, actually just a tick higher in three-point percentage than field goal percentage, but Union just shooting 6% from three. They're 1 of 15, and we've seen them shoot up a lot of threes. It almost seems like they're willing to settle for that and take that as their shot. They feel like they have a better chance perhaps to score that than they do to go inside and try to face these bigs, because there is a very favorable size advantage for Campbellsville.
Yeah, we've seen them drive and get some really good shots up, some really good and ones for them as well. But a lot of their shots have come from three and just trying to get some shots up that way. It's just been a little tough for them, and they've gotten some pretty good looks, especially you talked about in the first quarter. Just things just aren't falling their way, and then also a lot of our defense has a lot to do with that. You know, we put a lot of pressure on people, really speed people up and make things uncomfortable for them, and that's kind of just what we're seeing tonight from Union. Just really trying to find their way and get some shots to fall, but it's just not really going that way for them.
And it's not the first time we've seen them take these threes. Like I mentioned, in that second quarter, they were 0 for 10. The second quarter against Georgetown, 10 field goal shots. They missed them all, but they were 0 of 7 from three, so 7 of those shots were from three. It almost seems like that's kind of the go-to when, you know, things aren't really going their way. They just kind of start shooting threes, trying to get some sort of momentum, and just haven't been able to do so, not really falling either. And they've had good looks at three as well. It's not like they're just shooting up super contested threes. Like, they're getting open threes, just not able to hit them. And the Tigers getting it done on the board as well. 10 offensive rebounds for the Lady Tigers, 28 total to 13 for Union. And they have led since the buzzer sounded, and it has just been all Campbellsville. Their largest lead is 49. Looking at the total assists, 25-2. Campbellsville in favor on assists. 13 turnovers for Union to just 3 for Campbellsville. And the block numbers actually pretty even. 3 blocks for Campbellsville and 2 for Union. But you start getting into those steals, 8 steals, and the turnovers as well, you know, the unforced turnovers as well as steals. 26 points off turnover, a lot of transition points for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, we see that a lot from them. That's just kind of the team they are. They can do it both ways. They can, run offense. They're a well-oiled machine that way. They're very balanced. They can get the ball in the post, shoot from the three. They're very patient. Coach Gender does a great job with them. They're very well coached, and you can see that. But when things get out in transition and they need to do a track meet like we saw in the first half yesterday, they can do that too. So when you have a balanced team like this that can do it on both ends and really cause havoc for the other team, it's something you always love to see and something you can always hang your hat on. And that's what they kind of do, especially when it comes to defense and really putting pressure on a team. So 26 points off turnovers, that's just a testament to who they are on defense and, what they believe in and what their philosophy is.
We're going to step away for our extended break of 5 minutes, and we'll be back with more Lady Tiger basketball here on the CU Sports Network.
At Campbellsville University, we're more than a school.
We're more than our 80 major and postgraduate programs.
We're more than our 32 sponsored collegiate sports teams.
We're more than a student body with over 20,000 members.
We're more than our 9 locations spanning from Kentucky to California.
We're even more than our 117 years of academic excellence.
At Campbellsville University, we're more than a school. We are the generation that will build the future.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic Sports in Kentucky. Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
It's basketball season, Tiger fans. Stay connected to the ins and outs of CU basketball via our weekly coaches show, Tiger Timeout. Each Wednesday at 6 p.m., head coaches Ginger High Colvin and Brent Vernon sit down with Matt Payton to discuss previous matchups, upcoming games, and more. Find it here on 88.7 The Tiger or on the Campbellsville Tiger YouTube channel, Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Tiger Timeout.
This is Franklin Graham, and I've got an idea for Christmas, and that is to fill a shoebox for a child somewhere in the third world. These children live in poverty, and what I'm asking you to do is just take a shoebox and fill it with items for a child. Put toys, school supplies, and then we give these boxes out, and we do this in Jesus' name. And put your picture in there. Put your address in there. Maybe the kids can write you back, but we need you to be a part of it. God bless you. Thank you so very much.
Visit SamaritansPurse.org/OCC to get involved.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Kentucky.
Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
Champions of Character connects communities and the NAIA championships across the United States. All 26-plus NAIA championship student athletes participate in a Teaming Up for Character activity. These activities are geared toward local communities' youth in schools and community centers. They are an integral part of every NAIA championship annually, impacting more than 25,000 individuals. For more information on character-driven collegiate athletics, head to naia.org/character.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association, the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association, and the Kentucky Music Educators Association.
Pursue a diverse and rewarding career through Campbellsville University's School of Mass Communication. Offering courses in film, journalism, broadcasting, and public relations, CU's Mass Communication program provides a diverse and unique experience for each student. At Campbellsville University's dedicated Mass Communication Center, produce, record, and edit programs for radio and TV. With state-of-the-art technology, equipment, and multiple studios, CU's new facility provides a professional environment for students to grow their knowledge with hands-on experience. In front of or behind the camera, our expanded course options will help you find your calling at Campbellsville University's School of Mass Communication. For more information, contact us at 270-789-5210 or visit us online at campbellsville.edu. Press play on your career with a mass communication degree at Campbellsville University.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, as it is just past midnight. It is Sunday now officially, and this one's certainly a long one, and I know the Lady Tigers are certainly ready to come out here, finish strong, and go to sleep.
Yes, aren't we all at that point? My eyes are getting heavy, Colin. I'm trying to rally through, eat this protein bar. Hopefully it'll get me through. We got this. We're good. We got a good second half ahead of us, right?
That's right. The Lady Tigers so far have put in 70 points to 22. That is where they lead, and they've done it very well. I mean, the offense, what else can you say about this offense?
Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes when you start in one day and end in another, you get to...
So there's an announcement going on.
Bree Gaddy started in
It is actually Bree Gaddy's 21st birthday as she's recognized by the PA. Now that it is officially Sunday, It is officially her birthday. I'm sure she didn't think she'd be playing on her birthday, especially this early in the game.
Happy birthday, Bree. Started with a dub.
That's right. What a beautiful way to ring in year 21.
Yeah, but efficient offense, and now we see the starters back out. We haven't seen them all together since the first quarter, but now starting off this half and getting things going and starting off strong.
And a quick foul on the ground. You get Mackenzie Himes. That's her 4th foul.
Yeah, she's been a physical player for him and picked up a quick 4.
And Brock, who's coming in, actually has 3 fouls as well. So the bigs for Union in some early foul trouble here. Pedigo skips across. Pritchett for 3 from the right wing, no good. Wilkes fights, gets the offensive board back up, no good. Gets it again, no good. Pedigo brings it back out. Lee, Pedigo, 3. Bang!
Great driving kick from Lauren Lee right there. Knew exactly where she wanted to go. And they have a great chemistry. They know exactly where they're going to go after that. And is able to find Bailey Pedigo for an open 3.
Driving in is Lauren. She misses. Now back down the floor quickly. Lee and the Lady Tigers keeping up that same pace. Good find. Boyle outside. Pritchett. Corner along 2. No good. Bulldogs looking to get some offense going.
Sorry, some of the players are just funny.
As she hollers out, she hit it, Pedigo knocked it out of play. Warren losing dribble, able to gain it back. Cox in the corner, Pedigo gets caught. Oh, actually, it was out of bounds. So a turnover, and it'll be Lady Tiger ball rather than a Pedigo foul.
Yeah, going back to that last possession, Courtney Pritchett was wide open for 5 seconds on the baseline. I told her right before this game, you got to shoot more. And she hasn't done as much as, well, she hasn't really needed to shoot as much this game.
Boyle, the wing 3, no good. Pedigo, the offensive board, nobody around her. She gets another basket. Boyle almost picks it off.
Yeah, I was talking with you last night watching Union play for the first time. It feels like sometimes they need to, try to find ways to put more pressure, and put the ball on the ground and really get downhill.
Speaking of pressure, Courtney Pritchett steps up and she forces a jump ball. Possession still favoring the Bulldogs. Cox with it in the corner. Brock working on Wilkes, kicks it back out for 3, and Cox gets a 3 to go. Boyle on the right wing, looking inside, finds Wilkes, a big mismatch down low, and 1 for Caitlin Wilkes.
And they just have to find ways to stay away from that. They've gotten to that point way too much where Caitlin Wilkes has ended up on a smaller defender, and she's just able to really, get to where she wants and get an easy shot up for herself.
Wilkes will go to the line for the AM1 opportunity. Gets it to go. Uphoff. Over to Cox. Cox working on Pritchett. Bounces it back out. Takes a quick turnaround over Wilkes, no good. Maddie Boyle skies for the rebound. Up ahead, quick pass to Lee. Lee over to Pritchett. She holds. Cross to Boyle, trying to get it into Wilkes. Back out to Pritchett. Little inside out ball. And Pritchett knocks down a 3.
There it is. And no hesitation from Courtney. A great find from Caitlin Wilkes right there. Just continuing what she was doing from last night.
Warren trying to work around Lee. And they're going to get Lauren Lee on the foul. Things have gotten quiet in the convention center since Georgetown and Rio ended.
I was about to say the same thing. It feels like if I talk, it feels like everyone can hear me. That's how quiet it is in here sometimes.
Yeah. Georgetown and Rio was going on across the convention area. Just a little wall separating. And it was getting loud over there, and now that game has ended. So it's gotten a little quiet in here, and a foul on Flowers.
Yeah, I think Georgetown finished that game out. They seemed pretty excited, cheering it the whole way afterwards, so it's usually a good sign.
Cox trying to inbound. Flowers tips it away, but Uphoff able to grab it. Now scrambling back. Cox in the corner. Pass gets away, and the Bulldogs aren't able to save it.
Yeah, Lady Tigers doing a great job on switches, communicating, flying around, and covering each other's bases. When someone's out of position, there's always someone else coming over to rotate and help each other out that way.
Hay over to Flowers. Flowers curling around. Hay gets into a cutting Nally, a cutting Luby. No good. Rayleigh Snodgrass into the game for the Bulldogs. A missed 3 from Cox. Flowers with the board. Flowers to Gowdy.
Yeah, Bree has an open lane here. She just needs to kind of take it for herself.
Nally has Hay, and she'll go to the line for 2 after the foul.
Yeah, I'd love to see Bree, find her own shot, especially on her birthday, Look for it there.
Some people like birthday cakes. I'd say get yourself a birthday bucket.
Nicely said.
Hay knocks down the first at the line.
It's always fun doing this with you, man. If people could just see the looks we give each other sometimes.
3-point try from Uphoff is good. I will say you touch and pull on me a lot less than you do in football.
Well, never mind.
Trying to show penalties up in the booth is what he usually does. Flowers goes up with it, no good, but she's fouled, so she'll head to the free throw line.
Yeah, I'm a pretty animated commentator, and it just makes sense for me to act it out as it's happening. I can't do it as much here. I guess, why don't I ever stand? I can stand at basketball, right? It's not weird. I'm going to stand right now. That's weird. All right.
The number of personal fouls and pass interferences and holdings I've had on me up in the booth is a pretty high number. Flowers misses the first at the line. 83-28. Misses the second at the line. So 83-28, 5:38 and counting down on the clock here in the third quarter. Uphoff trying to work on Gowdy and throws that one away, looking for Brock inside. Hay over to Gowdy. Gowdy travels with it, just slides that foot just a little bit as she had to hold back the pass as the double came over.
Yeah, Union did a good job in that zone right there and really cut her off pretty well. She got her in a weird position right there and thought she could get the pass through and couldn't.
Inside to Brock. Nally with a hand up here on the right wing. Gowdy pokes the ball away, gets possession, loses it, able to kick it back out. Now Gowdy drives baseline, throws over Nally, Flowers at the free throw line, gets it down to Hay. Hay turns around, no good. Bulldogs trying to run now. And big 3-point basket from Cox.
Yeah, as soon as Madison Cox gets the ball, she is looking to shoot.
Fouls against Whitney Hay. That's your third personal. Third team.
So the Bulldogs will get the ball back following the made 3. I didn't see who they got that foul on.
I think it was Whitney Hay. Should be her third personal.
Ran through the screen.
Yeah, yes, he did.
The coach is
He's been right here.
in my field of vision right there. So up off. Inside, back out to Cox. Cox shoots another 3. Hits 2 in this set. A quick 6-point swing for the Bulldogs. Hey, down to Nally inside. Luby, she goes up and fouled by Upoff.
Just the Lady Tiger size is giving them a lot of trouble, especially inside the paint, and we're doing a really good job looking for it. You know, they're trying to keep their bigs out of foul trouble here. I think Himes has 4, and then number 31, Haley Brock, has 3 fouls, if I'm not mistaken. So keep them out of foul trouble, but you get a lot of open paint looks inside for the Tigers.
Luby misses the second, but Flowers comes down with the board. Hay now driving inside, goes up, gets a foul, and she'll go to the line for 2. Hay hits the first.
Did you say something about running in transition? Did the coach hear you?
I said that they were trying to run now, and he said, I like the word try. That's what he went with. Hay knocks down the second as well. She's 2 for 2. That's her 7-point.
We didn't mean it that way.
No, I certainly meant no disrespect. They hadn't been running much in transition, which is why I said trying to run now.
See, I told you they're all listening to us.
But he laughed about it.
They can all hear us.
Good humor. Number 21 working inside.
Great block from
Kicks
Nally
it back
right there.
out. Serafini now grabs the board. She comes away with it. Nally. Flowers, the free throw line working inside. Back out to Nally. Nally will pull the trigger long too. No good. Flowers gets an offensive board. Back to Nally. Now Serafini takes a 3. Hard off the back iron. Nally picks up an offensive board. Inside to Hay. Luby, quick pass, and she'll knock it through. Upoff with the ball. Over to the corner for Cox. Able to save it from going out. Stops, throws it inside. Luby takes it away, but a quick pass that Hay wasn't ready for, and the Bulldogs have it back. Shoots up a 3. Bank no good. It is a little late for the bank to be open. Nally chases it down. Luby up with it, and another back-to-back bucket for Kayla Luby. Serafini cuts off the lane. Back to Cox. Serafini with another good closeout. Driving in on Nally is Upoff. She kicks outside for Taylor Watson. Watson with the 3, no good. Hey. Fouled by Uphoff. Uphoff picks up her fourth.
A lot of fouls here, especially for Union. About 17 personal fouls on Union.
Number 42, Rachel Presley, has checked in, the 6'2 redshirt freshman forward from Somerset, Kentucky, the South Laurel High School. Gets an ovation from the Tiger faithful who are still here in attendance.
Going strong.
12:24 in the morning.
You don't have to say that.
Like to set the scene. The Lady Tiger offense taking no rest as they lead 91-34 with 1:50 left here in the third quarter. Working on Nally. That one no good. And it's a nasty little spin as Serafini dribbled it off the foot of a Bulldog. It hit hay and rolled right out of bounds. So Bulldog basketball.
I need that play-by-play too because I could not see what happened. One thing you do love to see from this team, even if you go down to deeper into your bench, you see everyone, you see the connectivity, on offense and on defense, a lot of communication, swinging the ball, and really helping each other out that way.
Sutton drives in on Presley. That's a walk.
But everyone's playing hard. They're all playing with a lot of intensity. Hands are in passing lanes. They're playing physical, aggressive. It just speaks to the system and the philosophy and the motto Coach Ginger has instilled into this team and what she's done for years.
Sutton to Nally to Gowdy. That birthday bucket. Presley hits the deck. Laughs as she gets back up. Blakely with it here. Guarded by Sutton. Now over to Cox. Driving in around Sutton with the closeout. Lady Tigers have certainly played well knowing that a three is likely coming. Doing a good job of closing out. Nally cuts that one off. Taking it down.
Coast to
coast for Maddie Nally. Love to see that for a fellow Louisville native.
Good game again, right? Yesterday, right? Well, no, sorry. Never mind. Sorry, man.
Cute.
Couldn't help it.
Sutton guarding now. Cox travels. And Serafini's so quick, and certainly the length helping out on these closeouts.
Yeah, she knows number 2 wants to shoot the ball. Madison Cox wants to shoot the ball as soon as she gets it. Great closeout, but also does a great job of keeping her hand up, moving her legs, playing very sound defense there.
Madison Cox is their leading scorer with 14. She's 4 of 9 from 3. Turnover for the Lady Tigers. Warren with it. 2 seconds left on the clock. 3 no good. Buzzer will sound. That will end the third quarter. The Lady Tigers have the lead 95-34 over the Bulldogs of Union. We'll be back with fourth quarter action here on the CU Sports Network.
It's basketball season, Tiger fans. Stay connected to the ins and outs of CU basketball via our weekly coaches show, Tiger Timeout. Each Wednesday at 6 p.m., head coaches Ginger High Colvin and Brent Vernon sit down with Matt Payton to discuss previous matchups, upcoming games, and more. Find it here on 88.7 The Tiger or on the Campbellsville Tiger YouTube channel, Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Tiger Timeout.
Welcome back to fourth quarter action as the Lady Tigers look to close out their time here in Kingsport, Tennessee. They have a 95-34 lead over the Bulldogs of Union. And such a big ovation for Presley as this is her Lady Tiger debut. So a big shout out to Rachel Presley. Presley, Sutton, Serafini, Nally, and Gowdy, the 5 on the floor to start the fourth quarter. Defensive board for the Bulldogs, and Uphoff back down the floor with it. Nally gets a tip on it. Able to save it. Cox has it now. Over to the far side with Morin. Morin driving, trying to get it up around Presley. Blocked by Nally. They go to the deck for it and a jump ball.
Jump ball, alternating possession. Stays with you.
Possession arrow favoring the Bulldogs. Serafini knocks that one out of play. Gowdy able to steal it away. Down the court. Up and good. Another bucket for the birthday girl, Bree Gowdy.
Birthday bucket, birthday steal. Love to see that from Bree. Again, just playing the passing lanes and being aggressive and making plays in transition.
Working on Gowdy. It's more and she'll cough it up. Long shot, no good. From Mackenzie Hines. Now Kaylin Mills checking in. As Nally will head to the bench. Mills over to Serafini. Off the hands of Cox. Mills rolling around. Serafini inside looking for Presley. And it'll go out of bounds off the Lady Tigers Bulldogs ball.
Yeah, I think she got tangled up with Hines right there and was running a foul call, but
Warren with it. Now driving on Gowdy, and that's a walk. Trying to spin around Gowdy. Just one too many steps.
It's great defense right there from Gowdy, just being in great position and moving.
Mills. Over to Serafini on the right wing. Back to the left wing. Sutton now shifts back over. Gowdy takes a 3, knocks it down. A big time 3. As the Tigers have now ran out of room on the scoreboard. As they've hit triple digits with 100. Looks like it's 34-0 on the scoreboard. Rolling around, and they'll get a foul on Presley as Himes was driving.
A really good move from Himes right there.
Paige Evans now checks in for Bree Gowdy. Another bucket for Hines. She hits the first at the line. Hines rims out the second, but an offensive board. Warren driving, tripped up, and a foul on Evans.
Paige Evans picks up her first personal, second team.
Little break here as the ref ties his shoe.
Gonna lace him up.
Can't fall out there.
Double knot that sucker.
That'd be embarrassing.
Cox with it outside. She'll pass it off, driving now. It's Blakely, and Blakely fouled by Presley. She'll head to the line.
Foul goes against Rachel Presley. Her second personal, third team.
Hits the first at the line. Hits the second as well. And the Bulldogs will take a timeout, so we'll step away and take a timeout as well. 100-37, the Lady Tigers lead. 7:22 left here in the ball game. We'll be back on the CU Sports Network.
At Campbellsville University, we're more than a school.
We're more than our 80 major and postgraduate programs.
We're more than our 32 sponsored collegiate sports teams.
We're more than a student body with over 20,000 members.
We're more than our 9 locations spanning from Kentucky to California.
We're even more than our 117 years of academic excellence.
At Campbellsville University, we're more than a school. We are the generation that will build the future.
Serafini with the ball. They got back to it pretty quickly. Sutton rolling around, finds a cutting Evans. Now Serafini with a pull-up jumper, no good.
Cooled off a little bit from the first half, of course, but still good to see her trying to find her shot and get in there. Nice little pull-up mid-range. Looked good from behind.
Some valuable minutes for a lot of these Lady Tigers as well. Paige Evans, Kaylin Mills, Rachel Presley, Paige Serafini, Sarah Sutton. Sutton, of course, coming back as well. Had a lot of time last year, but kind of getting back into things here. Plagued by some injuries. First free throw good from Himes. Not sure who picked up that foul for Campbellsville. Himes knocks down both at the charity stripe.
Right now we see Luby back out on the floor. I'd love to see the offense go through her a little bit more. I think getting minutes against Himes would be pretty good for her too, just to get some more of those reps.
Serafini, a little skip pass over to Sutton. Now Mills driving, drops to Luby. Sutton takes a key three, and that one off the hands of Evans. Couldn't haul in the offensive board for Bulldogs basketball. Inside has Himes. Lays off, and that one no good. Morin drove in. Now up ahead, Serafini has it. Gets inside to Luby, and another mismatch as Luby was able to pull Morin onto her and gets a quick bucket.
And great, find right there from Serafini. Held on to the ball, was patient with it. Wait for the matchup to develop there and got the ball inside quickly.
Kayla Luby right now just shy of a career high. She has 22 points. Poked away by Serafini.
Yeah, she's done a great job tonight, getting in a lot of great positions. Has been active on the boards. Has really finished her shots as well inside too. She's been really, really steady for us tonight.
Inside, Himes back out to Uphoff. She shoots a corner three. Good. Evans a quick pass over to Serafini. Mills drops off. Trying to find Kayla Luby inside. Evans able to recollect the ball bouncing around everywhere, able to come out with it. Evans takes a short jumper and gets a bucket. Just under 5 minutes, 104-42. Himes takes a charity stripe jumper, no good. Offensive board to the Bulldogs. Cox. Several dribble handoffs now inside. Himes working at Luby, no good. That goes out of play, Lady Tiger basketball.
You know, a lot of what we talked about in the pregame especially, you know, even if the game hasn't worked out for Union as much as they wanted to, you know, of course they have battled the entire game. They've been very constant on defense, you know, pressuring and playing a lot of good defense that way and playing pretty hard on both ends of the floor too, so doing a really good job there.
Lady Tigers will bring it up the floor. Dowdy with it. Cuts it around. Luby inside. Spinning. Passes out to Mills. Evans takes a three. No good. Morin driving. Gets fouled hard and one. What a drive from Morin.
Really good finish there too. Yeah, she put her body on the line for that one. But a great finish from her. Nice little spark, for her team right there.
Up off back into the game. Chance for an M1 opportunity. Just rims out, but an offensive board on Presley. Presley will get a foul.
Yeah, I think that'll be her fourth.
And Himes will go to the line for two. Watson comes in for Morin. First free throw, good.
Yeah, I think Presley's just getting back into the swing of things as well and trying to get adjusted, and especially going up against other teams as well.
She's got that big knee brace on.
Yeah, those knee braces are not fun to play with. I had to play it a few times back in my football days, and it was always an adjustment, always uncomfortable.
Gowdy to Serafini. Serafini back to Gowdy over. Mills inside. Presley working. She'll go to the line for a chance to get some points at the charity stripe. Chance for Presley to get on the score sheet.
Yeah, Himes fouls out here for Union.
Presley, it's her first point as a Lady Tiger gets a nice little ovation from the Tiger faithful.
A couple more Tigers got on the board here. Everyone who's played has scored at least a bucket.
First and second points of her Tiger career. Takes a three and an air ball. Lady Tiger basketball, 3:10 left in the game, 106-45. Sutton tries to find Presley down low, but tipped out of bounds by Union. Serafini gets the inbound pass. Drops to Mills. Mills takes a long two, and she gets on the board.
Gotta get Sutton a shot.
Sutton is the last Lady Tiger. Needs a bucket here to put everybody on the scoring column. 3-point basket again from Madison Cox. Knocks down one. Sutton in the corner. Brings it around for Serafini. Serafini finds Sutton looking inside for Presley. Puts it on the deck and just passes it back out to the top of the key. Serafini working inside. A quick pass back out to Gowdy from Presley, and Gowdy knocks in a triple.
Great find from Presley right there. It was in the post, was getting hit a little bit, but saw that they were about to close in on her. Has a great pass out to Gowdy for an open three.
Driving around on Sutton. Layup no good. Gowdy out and running. Mills. Driving, cuts through, no good. Presley offensive board goes up with it. She'll head to the free throw line for some more point action, hopefully.
Fouls against number 31, Haley Rock. That's her fourth personal.
Presley with another. Four points for Rachel Presley. Her Lady Tiger debut so far. A minute and a half left in this ball game. Working at the top of the key, the Bulldogs. Now rolling inside. Deflected. Sutton comes away with it. Serafini now. Running the floor. Serafini. It's a transition basket.
She's provided so many good minutes for the Tigers tonight.
Cox with another three from the wing. No good. Gowdy collects the board. She's running now in the final minute. Gowdy driving herself, trying to go coast to coast. She'll head to the charity stripe for a chance at two.
Someone needs to tell them that Sutton needs to get on the board. And it feels like that's my duty right now.
I don't think so.
I think you're right. I'm not going to tell them.
Would love to see it, though.
If it's meant to be, it'll be.
Gowdy knocks down the first. Hits the second as well. Watson with it. 40 seconds left. Cox has it on the wing. Driving inside, swiped away by Paige Evans. Evans now. Shot clock and game clock separated by about 3 seconds. See what the Lady Tigers do here. Serafini, the top of the key. Inside, Presley. Presley with her 6 points. Shot clock now off in the final 10 seconds.
Yeah, man, Serafini giving a great game. 16 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds.
Over to the corner, a three missed, and that'll do it for this ball game. The Lady Tigers win 119-48. We'll step away and take a break, and we'll be back with post-game coverage here on the CU Sports Network.
We are Kentucky Broadcasters, your hometown radio and television stations. We bring you breaking news. We keep you safe. We serve your community in good times and in bad. Your local broadcasters are always there. We are deeply rooted in your small towns and your big cities. We champion a strong sense of civic pride, no matter how we connect. Over the air, online, and on your device. We are Kentucky Broadcasters. There when it matters.
Welcome back.